Hi there, and welcome to this video tutorial on inserting a Facebook pixel and checking that that Facebook pixel has been inserted onto your website. And this way, by inserting that pixel, we then start to track the details of every person that visits your website, and then we can create a retargeted Facebook audience that we can then send offers to on their newsfeed that only gets seen by those people. I mean, this is the perfect target audience. This is warm traffic, people that know about your business, that have visited your site. So these are the people we want to place advertising, whether it be new client offers or certain discounts on certain treatments, whatever. Okay, so I'm guessing you've either purchased our 13 Steps to Salon Success booklet, or you've become a salonrevenuegrowth.com member. Either way, great. Let's jump straight in. So this is the salonrevenuegrowth.com Facebook page here. Please bring up your own business Facebook page, and when that's up, we're then going to go to Manage Ads. Okay. Just click on your name, or if it's your business name that appears in that link, either or. And we're then going to click up, visit the Ads Manager up the top left here. And from the drop down, we're going to scroll down to All Tools, and that brings up the full list of options here, guys. And we're looking for Pixels, which is underneath the Measure and Report thing. So click on Pixels underneath the Measure and Report list. Now what that does is that displays my pixel. That is my pixel code that I've inserted onto the salonrevenuegrowth.com website. Okay, that's basically tracking the detail, that is getting the name and detail. So if you first found out about salonrevenuegrowth.com, if you're ever wondering how you visit a website and then you jump on Facebook and suddenly the branding and the details or an offer for that website appear, this is exactly how, because they're using a Facebook pixel. Okay, so this is my pixel. If you've not got one yet, if nothing comes up on this page for you, there should be a button where you can create a pixel on this page, guys. So by all means do that. Get your pixel code or get your pixel ID. Okay, then click on it. Okay, and I'm just going to go to Setup. That's the next step, and then we're going to click on Install Pixel. Okay, now this gives you the various ways that you can insert that pixel code onto your website. I always get my developer to do it. If you're someone who knows how to do this yourself, fantastic. Obviously you know exactly what you're doing. Or if you want to learn about doing this, if you want to learn about the inserting pixel codes, etc., there's some great Udemy courses. And they're relatively just cheap, all video courses that are really effective as well. Personally, I just send this to my developer. It takes him all of 2 minutes to do it. He does it for me for free, so I've never had to worry about it. And hopefully your developer gives it to you for free as well. So this is I'm going to use the bottom option, the third option here, guys, which is email instructions to a developer. And in this top field here, this is where you just enter your developer's email address. Obviously, you're going to let him know that you're sending him a Facebook pixel code before you send it. And that if he could please, or he or she could please, insert that code onto your website header. By inserting it onto your website header, that means regardless of the page or pages that people visit on your site, it's tracking their details, it's capturing their details. Okay, and then that's the code there. We quite simply, that's all we need to do there, guys. Enter that email address, we're going to send him those details. Okay, now here's the thing, what I've found is, for whatever reason, that automatic email function doesn't work. My developer doesn't receive it. Whether or not that's an issue on my end or something that's notoriously faulty with Facebook, it's probably more so my end. But for whatever reason, if your developer doesn't get that auto email like mine doesn't, don't worry, super easy. We then just go back to Setup. There's another way, we hit Install Pixel. This time we're going to choose the middle option, manually install the pixel code yourself. Okay. We're going to scroll down to the number 2. We're just going to hit click, and it automatically copies that full code. That's the pixel code that we want to copy. Now what I do then is I paste it onto a notepad. Okay, I then just save that. That's the full code onto a notepad. I then just save it on my desktop. I send it to my developer, and he can just take it like that. It doesn't have to be a notepad, guys. You can paste it onto a Word document. You can paste it onto anything, any kind of document. Just send it through to your developer. He can then take that full code and insert it onto your website. So if I just go, I call this Pixel 2, save it on my desktop, and then I would send it through to my developer. Okay. Once your developer has, or you yourself have inserted that pixel onto your website, it's now time to test that it's working. It's now time to test that it's on there. Here's how we do this. Now, if you're not using Google Chrome, I'd like you to open Google Chrome or download it. If it's not on your laptop or PC, it's free, of course. And once you've got Google Chrome open, we're going to click on Google, and we're going to Google something called the Facebook Pixel Helper. Now, what that is, guys, this is what we're looking for here. This is the option, chrome.google.com Facebook Pixel Helper. And what this is, it's an extension that you insert onto your laptop that basically now shows you if pixels are inserted onto websites, and that's any website you can view. So we click on this. That extension for me is already inserted on my laptop, obviously, but obviously this button here would give you the option to install it. If you've not installed it already, please do so. And once you've installed that Facebook Pixel Helper extension, what you should find is, see this little icon here at the top here with the two little arrows? That is the icon for the Facebook Pixel Helper. So that previously, when it obviously was not on there, that should appear once that extension is inserted onto your laptop, and that will stay there. That will stay on your Google Chrome browser. We can now test if that Facebook Pixel is inserted. Now, I'm using my website, salonrevenuegrowth.com, as an example. Now, notice how that icon is now changed from grey to blue, and you've got the little green box stuck with it with a number on it. That means that because that's now going blue, because you've got that on there, that means that there are Facebook pixels inserted onto that website. So if I click on that now, that Facebook code obviously matches my Facebook code that you viewed previously. Obviously, you want to make sure your Facebook code, your Facebook Pixel ID, is the same code that's popping up here. Provided so, that now means there is a Facebook Pixel inserted. That now means from this point on, anyone that visits your website, regardless of how they get to your website initially, anyone that visits, we can now advertise directly to on Facebook. I mean, it's your perfect target audience here, guys. And just to give you an example of, so if I bring up another website here. I'll use Simon, a good friend of mine. He's got his own bakery. Simon is obviously his name. Now Simon, as we see here, see how the icon hasn't changed. It stayed that grey. There's no blue. There's no little green box attached. Obviously that means Simon does not have a Facebook Pixel inserted onto his website. I need to have words to him because he absolutely should be. So that's what you're looking for, guys. The little grey box turns to blue. That means a pixel is inserted. So that's the first step of this two-step process. Hello there, and welcome to part 2 of this video tutorial on how to install a Facebook Pixel onto your website. Check that it's working. We covered that in the first part. And now, all going to plan, you've waited 30 days or somewhere around there. In that 30 days, you've had a whole bunch of traffic come through to your website. Facebook has tracked the details of that traffic. We're now going to create a retargeting audience with the option to create Facebook ads going directly to the news feeds of that target audience, of that warm traffic that have already visited your website. Okay, so let's jump straight in, guys. So this is my Salon Revenue Growth's Facebook page. So jump on your Facebook page, your business, your salon or spa Facebook page, and we're going to go manage ads. And we just click on here, whether it be your name or the face or your business name, whichever appears. And we're going to click on, once that's loaded, we're going to click on the Ads Manager. Apologies, it is currently 4:30. What's the time there? In London at the moment. It's 5 o'clock in London, in England, and it's starting to get a little dark. And also my Wi-Fi starting, for whatever reason, I guess peak times it starts to get a little bit slower around now, a little bit slower. So audiences, we go to all tools, then we go to, in the assets drop down list, we're going to click on audiences. Okay. And once that's loaded, we're going to click on create audience, custom audience. We're going to click on website traffic, okay, because that pixel has tracked everyone visiting your website. That's what we're doing. Now, we can now create our custom retargeted audience, guys. So let's run through this. So we've got create a website traffic, custom audience, add people to your audience, include people who meet any of the following criteria. We're going to use this example today, any. All website visitors, it's automatically set to all website visitors in the past 30 days. And that's what we're going to keep it to, okay? That's your audience. You're going to name your audience something simple, such as website visitors 30 days, or just website visitors, whatever. But before I save that, I just want to show you just the brilliant, why this kind of retargeting is so brilliant and how specific you can be. If you go back to all website visitors and you click on that, we can change that option from all website visitors to people who visited specific web pages in the last 30 days. So let's paint a picture here. Imagine you're a skin clinic who you've got a web page dedicated solely to IPL or laser hair removal, for an example. We can create an ad that is only seen by people that visit that web page. So someone clicks on your web page for laser hair removal. The next time they jump on Facebook, we can have an ad in their newsfeed waiting for them, a new client offer on laser hair removal, for example. It's that targeted. Let's say you're a hairdressing salon and you've got a page dedicated to weddings, for an example, a wedding stylist. Someone visits your weddings webpage, they go off. The next time they jump on Facebook, we can get an ad on their news feed specifically for your salon advertising weddings, maybe another small discount or why you have the best wedding stylist in town. So it's that targeted. You can create ads specifically that go only to the people that visited certain pages. You can target ads specifically for that retargeting audience, and that's why Facebook advertising is so powerful. It's just so brilliant. And, you'll get used to the stuff as you go on, but for the sake of keeping it easy now, and just another thing, you can also exclude pages. So let's say someone visited your site, you wanted to get an ad to them, but provided they didn't visit a specific type of or a specific web page on your website. So let's say you had an online booking facility. You obviously, in order to reach out to new clients, you don't want to reach out to people that have already booked with you through that online system. So you can create an ad that goes only to people that don't end up on that final thank you for booking confirmation page. So again, that's just an example of how targeted this can be. Okay, and you just create your audience. Keeping it simple here, guys, we're going to specifically go back to all website visitors in the past that have visited you in the past 30 days. We've named it, we've created it, and then your custom audience is now created. You can then use the second option, let's create an ad using that audience. Okay, so all going to plan. We've now inserted that Facebook pixel onto your website, and you've used the Facebook pixel helper to check that it is on your website. You've waited 30 days or waited some amount of time, and you've now created a retargeted audience of your website traffic, people that have visited your website in the last 30 days. Now, if you would have been given the option, as I showed previously, to go straight ahead and create your ads once you've created that retargeted audience, and that would lead you to this page here. If you haven't, you just jump on your own Facebook, click on Create on your own Facebook feed, and then choose the ads option. And eventually, if you're first time in advertising, if you've not set up Facebook ads before, it'll probably take you through an account setup process, maybe into card details, whatever. Eventually, you'll come onto the Create New Campaign, and that's this page here. Okay, this is the page you want to reach. And let's go through step by step. We're going to create two ads that we're going to split test using different ad sets, okay, that are targeted, that are going to be shown only to your retargeted audience. Then after a while, we can gauge which one is performing the best. We can then pause the other one and focus on your best performing one. Okay, so what type of campaign? We're going to click on traffic. Okay, apologies if my internet is a little slow today. And we've selected traffic. The name, this is simply an example that I'm doing for this tutorial. You name it whatever you like. I'm going to name this example ads for tutorial. That's what I'm going to name my campaign. You name yours whatever you like. Now, the ad set name is simply going to be, I'm going to name this image 1. I'm going to create another ad set. What I'm going to do is create this ad set in an ad, then duplicate it. This one I'm going to call image 1, and the ad set, the second one, I'm going to call image 2. Because we're creating two identical ad sets with identical ads. The only thing we're changing, you might want to play around and change the copy a little bit, but the main thing we're changing is the image, and we're just going to see which one is getting the most eyes, which one is getting the most clicks. Okay? So we want traffic straight to your website. You have options here of doing ads straight to an app or messenger ads. That's when someone sees an ad, they click. The call to action sends them to your Facebook Messenger, which can be effective, but in this case, for a retargeted audience, we just want to send them back onto your website and hopefully booking with you. Okay? Dynamic creative. No, we don't need that. Drive more conversions by creating an offer. yes, you can absolutely do that. You can put that on your Facebook page. In this case, because it's a retargeted audience, I'm not going to worry about that. Instead, we're going to offer a new client discount on the ad itself, and we're going to provide 2 call to actions. They can book with you by clicking and going to your website, but we're going to put your phone number on the ads as well. So we're giving clients 2 options, just making it as easy as possible for them to book with you. Okay? Remember, these people know who you are. They've already visited your website. So, custom audiences. You just click on create new audience, click on that custom audience, and somewhere in that custom audiences, guys, you will have your whatever you named it, you'll have your retargeted audience. Here's an example of one for Tap and Style, which is I'm going to use our mobile hairdressing business, Tap and Style, as the example in these ads. I've got a retargeted audience here that is Tap and Style site visitors who didn't book. Okay, I've got all these various retarget. Here we go. Salon revenue growth website visitors in the last 90 days. Okay, if you've visited Salon Revenue Growth, my website, in the last 90 days, there's a good chance you'll see Facebook ads from Salon Revenue Growth on your news feed. Why? Because you're part of my retargeted audience. Okay, so let's go with that one. Salon Revenue Growth the last 90 days. That'll do it. Okay, and you can filter if you only want people that have you visited your website, but just people that are based in the UK, age parameters, etc. You can set that up, but you don't. The beauty of this is it's a retargeted audience. If these people have already visited your website, they've done that for a reason, so you don't need to filter it further. Okay, so locations can be UK 18 to 65 plus, fine. I'm not going to filter it any further. Anyone that visits my website, I want to send them a new client offer ad. Okay, that's fine. Now, placements, we're just going to put, Facebook will then place your ads across various Facebook feeds, Instagram, etc. I recommend just using them all. Facebook's pretty good at identifying which medium is getting the best response, and it'll target that. So if your ads are getting more clicks on Instagram from people that have already visited your website, it'll focus more on sending more ads to that audience via Instagram. So I just let Facebook, let them do its thing. Its algorithms are pretty good. Facebook is very good at, it wants your ads to work best for you as possible, so you continue advertising and spending more money with them. So it's got some really good algorithms to make sure it's getting ads in front of the right people. So let's stick with automatic placements. Now, we've optimized this for link clicks, absolutely, because it's a retargeted audience. You want that link clicks. That means that you're only going to pay. Your budget is you're only going to pay per click when people actually click on your ad, and that's what we want. Okay. Cost control, average cost per click. I wouldn't even worry about that. Instead, we're just going to set a daily budget of £5, as I state in the book. So we're going to start with just a daily budget, a minimum of just £5 per ad. Okay, so £5 a day or £35 a week. Okay. Right. Optimize for link click. When you get charged. Right. When you get charged, you're moving it away from impression to link click. That's important. Okay. If you would just get charged per impression, that means you're just getting charged a small amount every time that ad is displayed. Well, what's the point in getting? I mean, it's generally considered now, I think, as I do state in the book, link clicks are still the most effective in terms of getting the most people view your ad or click on your ad for your budget per day. And this way, we're only paying when people actually click on your ad and therefore are interested. Okay, going to continue that. Right, the ad name, again, I'm just going to name that as image 1. Okay, or you can name it retargeting image 1, whatever you want. Create a new ad. This is going to be for my Tap and Style. There we go. You're obviously going to choose your Facebook page. Instagram, it's automatically come up with the same Instagram account. Make sure you're giving the same your business Instagram. And we're just going to go with the single image or video option. Okay. So we're going to use an image, and I'm going to upload. Now, the 2 ads we're splitting, guys, use your best image. If you've got a really professional looking hair model or a really nice beauty pic, or just what you consider to be the best image that grabs people. Ideally, make sure it's got a face in it, because faces tend to be arresting. They tend to grab people. Okay, but your best hair model image or something like this, they tend to make great Facebook ads. So if I go to Tap and Style, these are some of the ads that some of the images we've used. Okay, Here's one here that I like to use. Okay, so that image has come up. Select the placement to customize. We're not going to worry about that. Obviously, you want an image that's fairly square or rectangular. But there used to be recommended specific sizes for imagery. There may still be that, but we find you don't have to be that specific. Now, down links. We want this to link to your website, and your primary text is what is going to appear at the top of the ad. Now, this here, the very first line at the top, is really what we want to grab them. So much like I recommend with Google advertising, etc., make sure it's a new client offer that you're giving them. Yes, it's going to warm traffic, but just an ad stating how great you are and award-winning, you're just wasting your time, okay? What is your new client offer that you're going to give clients, okay? In this case, I'm going to give them 50% off for a first-time visit, okay? And as I stated in the book, if we're giving them that first visit, once they've completed that first visit, get them onto your new client reward card. If you're using what we consider to be the perfect new client reward card, give them that after that first visit, so it's giving you the best chance of getting them booked with you again and again and again, which makes giving out a 50% discount just on that first appointment worth it, okay? So, primary text, you want to really sell yourself. We're going to say something like, get 50% off your first visit at, saying I'm based in Manchester, at Manchester's premier, say I'm a hairdressing salon, hair salon, exclamation mark, okay? And then you can write a little bit more type, and then this is where you can really talk yourself. So you can just enter things like, presuming I'm going to call Tap and Style is the name of my company. Tap and Style is an award-winning hairdressing haven based in the heart of Manchester. Something like this, something that sounds appealing. Then we can say something like, all of our stylists, you can talk about your products. If you're a Redken salon, if you're Weller-based, if you're a beauty spa specializing in Dermalogica products, you'll say I'm a Dermalogica spa. Yeah, something, just use your USPs, use your unique selling points, okay? And we'll say all of our stylists are trained regularly on the latest hairdressing trends and color techniques. Something like this. Okay? Sell yourself with this ad, guys. You're starting with the hook, the grab, which is 50% off your first visit at Manchester's premier salon. Then you just want to write a couple of paragraphs, or just maybe 3 or 4 sentences, really talking yourself up. When I'm going to say something like, winner of L'Oreal Color Award 2018. Any accolades you can think of, and even if you're not award-winning, what's something that you've done that really stands out, that is going to create appeal, that's going to get people drawn to your business and contacting you and inquiring and hopefully booking with you. That's what you're placing in the copy, okay? Then say something like, for a limited time, we're giving, sorry, my typing is not the best, giving first-time visitors a massive, and we can really sell this, a massive 50% off your first visit. So we'll say book now before this offer ends. So a little bit of fear of loss there. Book now. It's not going to last forever. Something like that. Okay. So there you go. You can place, if we want to sort of make it tidied up a bit. Now it's not all hairdresser crane. And what you can say, and also guys, right click on your keypad. If you're an Apple Mac, it will not be right click. It'll be something else. You've got emojis that you can enter in your Facebook ads now, and I use them all the time. So get 50% off your first offer. We're going to do something like, there you go, use any one of these that you think is appropriate. I'm going to use the little halo sign. We're going to do that a couple of times, okay? Tap and Style is an award-winning hairdressing haven based in the heart of Manchester. There's an icon for scissors here, the That will do. Maybe do a couple of those. Our stylists are all trained. That's fabulous. Get first time off your, okay. Book now before this offer ends. And we're going to throw in something. We're just going to, something like maybe, I'm going to go with the flame. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Now you've got the preview of exactly what your ad will look like. And guys, much like Google Ads, put more emphasis. Make sure you're looking. I always, when I'm creating my ads, I'm looking how they look on mobile newsfeed. Why? Because the majority of people look on their Facebook on mobile. Therefore, the majority of people that see your ad are going to see it on their phone. Okay, so you want to sort of actually, if anything, put more conscious effort as to how your ads look on phone, on mobile version, than laptop or PC. Okay, get 50% off your first visit at Manchester's premier hair salon. You know, or premier beauty spa, premier men's barbers, etc. We've got a nice, I like this image here. It shows my hairdressing and it shows the app. You're going to come up with a nice hair model or picture of your staff. Like if there's a bunch of, if you've got a nice photo of all your staff, people can see the team. That helps for familiarity. That can be very effective. Okay, your website URL, mine's Tap and Style. There you go. You're obviously entering your own website. Your headline is the big, the main headline at the bottom of your ad, and in this case we're just going to the main headline, 50% off your first visit at, you could say this award-winning salon or just your name, 50% off your first visit at Tap and Style. Okay, now there's one thing that I forgot to put. We need to put your phone number somewhere. Book now before offer ends at the very bottom. Call us on 0161. It's going to make up a number here. I can't remember. Tap and Style. No, I'll remember our actual number is 0208 914 8250. Or I'm going to put or visit us. Or actually no, or pop in and chat. Let's make this real informal, real friendly and conversational. And chat. We're on 29 Rainbow Road. You can put your address. People, if they click on the ad, it's going to go straight to your website so they can find it anyway. But why not put this information on the ad copy as well to make it as easy as well. Pop in and chat. We're on 29. Or we could just put Rainbow Road. And then you can put the zip code M160 if you've got a postcode or whatever. So you've got that copy on there. There you go. So technically, a client or a potential new client doesn't even need to click on your ad to go to your website. Now you've got all that information in your copy. They can call you or visit you, okay? But most will click on the ad, obviously. Right, 50% off your first visit at Tap and Style. Book now while offer lasts. Or something like this. Fear of loss. 50% off. Book now before the offer ends. There we go. Book now while offer lasts. Or I actually prefer book now before offer ends. And one more thing I need to do as well, guys. Is your copy for your main title. Each word let's put in capitals. Just for the main title. You notice I did that for the first line of the top headline as well. It just looks better. So there is the copy of our ad. That is what clients are seeing. There we go. 50% off your first visit at Tap and Style, book now, etc. Display link. That means that you can just display a different URL from your website. If you want to display something else, you can just... I'm just going to stick with tapandstyle.com. By the way, guys, if you've got a specific page on your website, when they click on the link, if it's not your home page, it's another web. Obviously, you would put the correct website page URL in this box here, because that's the page they're going to be directed to when they click on your ad. Okay. Newsfeed description. Newsfeeds are only shown. It's like an extra bit of information that goes underneath the big title that's underneath the image, and that's only shown on when people are seeing their ad on laptop or PC. So quite literally, I'm just going to copy the headline. Remember, because most people check on mobile, it's not that important. Okay, I'm just going to simply copy and paste the first line of the description at the very top of your ad. There we go. Okay, so finally, as we come down, we've entered that newsfeed link description. the last thing we do is we're going to select our Facebook pixel so it properly tracks. Basically, a link click will count as a conversion, and that pixel is going to track those conversions. So you're going to see with each ad how many link clicks it's getting. Okay, that's been selected. Make sure if you've got multiple pixels, I imagine you don't, but if you've actually got multiple pixels for multiple businesses, make sure it's the right code, you're entering the correct pixel. Okay. Finally, even though my mug is in the way, if I can see it just down here, you've got the big green confirm button. There we go. And it's going to display that new ad set up. Right, so that's it there. It'll be under preview. It'll be we're going to open it up immediately, but obviously Facebook always previews its ads to make sure it's acceptable by their terms. By the way, you don't want to create an image, use an image that has a lot of writing or a lot of text on that image for the ad, because Facebook just won't allow it. They have like a rule against, you can only have so much imagery on your ad, so many words or text on an ad image. Right, so let's test this ad, make sure it looks good and make sure it's actually working. Okay, so if we go, that is the campaign, example ads tutorial. You click on that, the ad set is image 1, that's all fine. And then we go to the ad, and I'm going to preview that ad to see what it looks like, exactly what it looks like on phone. You simply click on here, click on preview, and this is a really great function that they've got. It shows you exactly what it looks like on a mobile, but you can actually see how it would look. You can actually see if you click up top here on add preview, send preview on a device, send notification to Facebook, that's going to automatically send that exact ad to my Facebook feed. So it'll do the same to you. It links that to your personal Facebook feed. Jump on your own Facebook, you'll have a notification, click on your notifications, and you'll see you'll be able to preview the exact ad. Okay, make sure when you do preview the ad, you click on the call to action button. In this case, it's learn more. By the way, you could have changed that call to action button to book now. Maybe book now is probably one that might be a little bit appropriate, but learn more, book now. You use whatever call to action you feel works best. When you get that preview, click on that, make sure it does forward on to the right web page. Okay, make sure it's working. Provided you're all happy with your copy and everything, we're now going to duplicate the ad set. So you've got a campaign. In this, you've now got one ad set with one ad in it. We're going to the ad sets, and see here, we scroll over it and we click on duplicate. Because as I state in the book, it's considered to be better to we're creating two ads, but we want each ad to have its own ad set, as opposed to two ads in the same ad set. Okay? So, we're almost done here now, guys. We can just duplicate the ad set and duplicate the ad and just change the image. And then we're just going to, now I actually state when we change with the two images, I state after 3 or 4 days seeing which one is working best. Because it's a retargeted ad, I think it's going to take a lot longer than that to assess which one works best. So maybe give it a couple of weeks, maybe even a month. I think with 3 days I was being a little bit, and unless you get a lot of retargeted traffic clicking on your ads, seeing which is best in 3 days is probably a little bit ambitious. It's probably going to be more like 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks before you can gauge that. Okay. Right. Now, original campaign. I don't boost performance with video templates. Not even going to worry about either of those. No, we're just going to create a duplicate. The original campaign, yes, you wanted one on the same campaign. Duplicate. Now it comes up into this view. You've got the campaign, and you've got the copy of the ad set. And yeah, so we're going to change the firstly. The ad set image 1, it's now created a copy. We're going to rename this. Okay, we're going to click on it. We're going to rename it to image 2. Okay, everything about that ad set can remain the same. We're reaching out to the same people. It's going to be the same £5 per day budget. Okay, targeting the same retargeted audience. That's absolutely fine. Okay, click on the yellow button to confirm that. Then we just go over to the ad itself. So to know what you're looking at here when it displays this after you've duplicated an ad, guys. The example ads, that's the name of my campaign. Underneath that, you have the ad set, image 2, and the image 1, that is the ad itself. We need to change that also to image 2. So you just click on that, image 2, or better, and now you've just got a complete duplicate. Now, as I say, you can play around with the title or the description of your ad. The main thing we're changing here is the image. Now, my recommendation is if you've got a nice video tutorial of you in the salon, blow drying someone's hair, someone getting a massage, or just a really nice salon promotional video, use that. So we're going to trial the first ad set. We're trialing just a nice plain an image, a photo. The second ad set, the ad is going to be a video, and let's see which one is getting you more clicks and a better click-through rate. If you've got a great video, use it. If not, we can just use a second image. Okay, so for the sake, let's say you don't have that video, that's absolutely fine. We're just going to replace the image. Okay, so that ad with a single image. Yep, that's absolutely fine. Now it's here that we click on change image. So we're trying something new. And here's just a bunch of ones that I've got in my here's one that I can use just as an example. Picture of a hairdresser, just as an example, but obviously you can enter a second image that you like. Okay, and all it's done is just change that. There's the preview on the right hand side, guys. You've got it here. Everything is the same, the copy, everything. You can change it up a little bit if you want, but as I say, maybe change up the headline. Okay, maybe instead of 50% off your first tap and style, and maybe instead of book now before offer ends, maybe you could just change that headline. This time we'll say call, and then our phone number, 0208 226 2148. Call that phone number now. There you go. Just a slightly different headline, but as I say, the main thing you're changing is the video, the image, or if you want to use a video. And now that's saved. You now have 2 ad sets with identical ads. Then after, like I say, after 2-3 weeks, maybe a month, you can go back and see which ad. Again, if you want to be double careful that the ad's exactly as you want it, you can do another ad preview. Preview it on your device. It will click on that. It's going to automatically send the ad as it should look on your mobile, as people will see it on their mobile. Okay. Now, if we just go back to the ads manager, your campaign is set up. You've got 2 ad sets. 2 ad sets with 2 ads. Then you're going to see over time which one is performing the best, which one is getting the most link clicks, and therefore cost. Again, much like Google AdWords, whichever one tends to get the most link clicks for impressions ratio, whichever one's getting the most interest tends to be cheaper. It lowers the price per click. So the aim of the game here is to find an ad that's getting the most link clicks. Therefore, you're getting the most people view your ad and click on your ad for your daily budget. And once you've established which ad is working best, you can then just pause or delete the worst performing ad set and focus on the best performing ad set and ad. So that concludes our Facebook tutorial. I know there's a lot going on there. You can just digest it in bits and pieces and just slowly go through it and just play around with it. And as I say, the beauty of this is you're keeping your Facebook ads this way very lean, because you're only sending out ads to people that know you, that have already visited your website. Hopefully we can get a bunch of them that have visited your website that are still considering booking, but they're not sure, or they decided not to this time. We can get an ad out in front of them, so you get them next time, or it is to you that they book. Okay, that concludes this tutorial, and I'll speak to you soon.